Hey there everybody and welcome. It's Jackie here from stampinjack.com. It is Wednesday the 15th of September and it is time for Facebook Live. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been away, busy, which I'll tell you more about in a sec, but let's just wait and make sure that we're live. So leave me a comment below when you arrive. I'm just going to check my setup. Make sure that we're okay. Looks good. Okie dokie. Right. Here we are. So, as I said, it's been a couple of weeks. It's been a busy few weeks for me. I brought my son back to school last week. I say back to school. He started a new senior school, boarding, so we dropped him off. Hi Lynn, hi Sue, welcome. So yeah, we dropped him off, and I'm very pleased to say that he didn't really look back. In fact, he couldn't wait for us to leave. So he was super excited to be there. All he wanted to do was just to get stuck in. So we dropped him off last Tuesday and didn't really hear anything from him till yesterday, which is a good sign. So he's absolutely loving it, settled in really well, enjoying meeting all his new friends and getting used to how things are going there. So that's been really good. So that's a really big thing that we've now done. So that was a lot of organising, a lot of shopping to get everything on his list, sewing name tapes, making sure we had everything. I mean, the boy had, I don't know what. He had so much stuff. But anyway, he had everything that was on the list. So honour is satisfied from the mummy point of view. So yes, we see him again in a couple of weeks' time. He gets a weekend off. And then we see him properly around the end of October for half term. So that's really good. And then after that, my husband and I had a bit of alone time for a few days together, because over the past, I would say the last 2 years with COVID and everything else, we've not really had any time together because he's been in the UK and I've been here on the Isle of Man. So that was really lovely too. So now it's back to normal, back to work, and back to Stampin' Up. So I've missed you ladies. I hope you're all keeping well. And I'm looking forward to a little bit of crafting tonight. So tonight, as you probably have guessed, I will be using the Counting Sheep stamp set and the Coordinating Sheep dies. Now these are available as part of Saleabration, which is still running and runs until the end of this month. So you have another 15 days. So basically this is free with a £45 purchase, and so is this. If you placed an order for £90, you could get both of these together. So this is a really cool stamp set, and I think a couple of weeks ago somebody asked me if I would do a video with them. So that's what we've got on for tonight. Have I got anything to tell you? There is, as I say, Saleabration is carrying on. So if you haven't done so already, do make sure to get your order in by the 30th of September so that you can claim your freebies. The other thing is prizes from my launch day a couple of weeks ago have gone out. So you should be seeing those in your post boxes soon. Paper shares have gone out as well. I have a couple of paper shares left, so if you're interested, do message me. So that's, I'll just show you, just get the details. So that is a quarter pack of each of the new designer series paper in the new catalogue. So that's in the autumn winter catalogue. So that's £30 for a quarter share of our 9 paper packs. So you get 108 6x6 sheets. So that includes postage and packing, and a free quarter share of our new craft paper as well. So as I say, it would cost you £120 to buy the whole lot, but this is a great way of just getting a taster, a little flavour. bit of everything. So as I say, I have 1 or 2 spares, so if you didn't get one and you'd like one, just message me and I'll sort you out. And also finally, if you've been active in the VIP group, you'll have seen that we're doing a card swap again this month. So the theme for this month is monochrome. I think probably inspired by a card I did a few weeks ago, which was just all blacks and greys and silvers, which turned out really nice. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? So this is the card. So the idea behind the monochrome is it doesn't have to be black and white. All it is just a single color palette or shades of a color. So you could do blue monochrome or red monochrome. It doesn't have to be black and grey. So I've got a few of you signed up already. So I will close it tomorrow, end of play tomorrow, and then I'll send out the list to everyone. So if you haven't already signed up for the card swap, then please do so. It's a bit of fun, bit of happy mail. And again, we share the pictures in the VIP group, so it's a bit of inspiration for everyone as well. So there we go. So let's get cracking, shall we, with some cards. So what am I going to start with? I've got a few ideas here. So let's start with trying to think which one I want to start with. Oh, my mind's gone blank, ladies. I've obviously been away from this for far too long. Okay, so let's do this one. So I'm going to do a bit of a punny card with this one. So what I've done is we've got the three sheep, and I've just die cut stamped this with stays on and die cut it out, and then I've got this sentiment here from the Peaceful Moments stamp set, which is life is better with a friend like you. Okay, and I'm going to have a bit of a pun on this one because I am going to do W-E instead of Y-O-U. So I'm just going to get the right layer that I want. So I've got a piece of white, piece of black, and then I'm going to think of what accent colour I'm going to do on that whilst I stamp this. I'm going to stamp this in black. Okay, so I'm going to grab so if you've got any suggestions about what the accent colour you'd like to see is, then let me know. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to ink up our stamp, but we want to avoid this last word here, the U. So I'm going to grab a Post-it. Here we go, and I'm just going to cover the U like that, and then we ink it up. Ooh, I love the smell of Stays On. Anybody else love the smell of Stays On? Okay, so now let's see if I can get this straight. There you go. Life is better with a friend like. And I happen to have some polished pink here, so I think we'll do that. Let's cover up our ink. Okay, and I'm going to bring in my mini cut and emboss machine. Okay, so we've got our plates. And then we've got our piece here, and then I'm just going to put so this is our alphabet die set. I love this one because it's got just very plain lettering block, which is good. It's a nice size, as you can see. Now I'm just looking for my plate. There we go. And so I'm going to turn this around because I've got it the wrong way around, only because I'm right-handed. There we go. All right. You love the smell of Stays On, Lynn. I know. What about the smell of nail polish? I know some people love that. Okay, and I'm just going to grab a card base. You can see I'm a bit out of practice. There we go. Here we are. The other thing is I've been trying to reorganize my craft room, so things keep moving around. I've got a bit of a project going on at the moment, and when that's done I shall share it with you, but yeah, it's slowly coming together. Whoop, just knocked my light off, 1 second. There we go, that's better. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab one of my blends. So this is my light balmy blue, any kind of light blue colour will do, and I'm just going to add a little bit of ground here for my sheep to stand on. There we go. Okay, so now we'll just, this is a really, really simple card. Let's grab some dimensionals. Hi Sue, good to see you. You're alright, you haven't missed much. I'm only on the first card. Oops. Okay, now you could colour this guy in using your blends or something like that, just using a light grey, but I like him as he is. Or it could be a she. I had to explain to Rooster a little while ago that not all sheep that have horns are male. He's like, oh, I thought that was this. I said, no. He was shocked, to say the least. So E. W. So has anybody else had any back to school events in the last couple of weeks? Oops. There we go, and then we'll just, this is, as I said, just a really super simple card. And then let's add some embellishments. Oh, so who's gone back to school then? Just going to grab my, these are our shaker shapes, and I'm going to grab some of the little hearts that are in here. And I think actually one should be plenty. So you can see I've got a bit of glue here from earlier from my blobbing. So I'll just dip it in. Here we go. And I think we'll leave that one like that. So life is better with a friend like you. You went back today, Sue. Oh, that's good. So is that your first time back now properly, or were you back last term? Can't remember now how it was working at the time, even if it was at all. Okay, right, so that's the first card. So the next one, again, I've just got some pieces already cut out and ready. So we've got a polished pink card base, and then we've got a daffodil layer, and then I've got this piece here, which is from the Beauty in Nature paper pack. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. It's this one from the catalogue, all very autumnal. Okay. Excuse me. So I've just cut a piece that is the sky, basically. All right. So I'll just put these bits to one side for me. Been there since September, Sue. Went back in March. Oh, so you've been back a little while then. It's hard to remember where everybody is. More afternoons, Anna. Welcome. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we've got this guy, and we're going to create some. So these are some of the dies in the set as well. So I'm just going to create a bit of grass along the bottom. These could be clouds as well, depending on how you want to do it. Okay. And I'm overlapping them slightly, as you can see. Oh, the year before, Sue, my goodness. It has been a while then. And then we'll just pop that behind there like that. Okay, and then we'll just trim some bits off the sides. Okay, so then what we're going to have is we've got our sheep here, and then we're going to have this one here, who's basically floating away. This guy's trying to catch him up, and it will all make sense in a minute when you see the sentiment I have planned. So we'll attach these. Okay, and then I've die cut. So again, these balloons come in the die with the die set. So I've got him basically being carried away by some balloons, like so. Okay, so we'll just add a bit of glue to the back. I'm not going to bother trying to stick the strings down. It's just, life's too short, basically. I am going to trim this one a little bit though. Okay, and then, so that's going to go on here. Like so, I think we can stick all those on actually. So I love these sheep. I think they're just put a smile on your face, and that's what this card is designed for. And then you can stick that down. Okay, and then I have the Strong of Heart stamp set here, which again is at the very front of the new catalogue, and I'm going to use the Here For You sentiment, and we're going to heat emboss that. So let's grab my bits. Okay. So we've got our strip of black. So first things first, we just need to use our embossing buddy to get rid of any static, and then we've got our Versamark ink. So we'll stamp on there. Let's hope it's straight. Yep. And then I'm going to use white embossing powder for this. There we go. And then we just warm up our heat tool before we bring it to the project. We get a better result then, less likely to warp the card. Okay. There we go. Okay. Turn my tool off. Right, so this, I have a friend in mind who's kind of having a hard time, and I wanted to send something, but I want to send her something that kind of will make her smile as well as letting her know that I'm here for her. So I think sometimes when we do here for you cards, so I know for me anyway, I immediately think kind of not quite sympathy, but really quite serious or soft or whatever you want to call it. I never really think of humorous cards for a situation like that, but for this one I think it's appropriate, so put that there, and then we'll bring back in and do another one of those little foam hearts. So take your pick tool, and again I've got a little daub of glue here. So let's just let it drop into the glue there, and then I'm just going to drag it out, pick it up, and I think what we'll do is we'll put 2 on there. There we go. Okay, so again, just hopefully the kind of card that will bring a smile to somebody's face if they're not feeling their best. Now that looks crooked to me, but I'll fix that later. Okay, so that's the second card. So let's pop this away so I don't spill it everywhere. So for the next one, get my bits. Here we go. So we start with a Whisper White card base, and then I've stamped and die cut 1 each of the 3, and then I've taken, this is a just jade layer, and I've just taken my circle die cut. You could use a punch, and I've just die cut 3 circles, and then I've got a layer of Daffodil Delight of exactly the same size, which is going to go behind it. Okay, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to position, well actually what I'm going to do first, I'm going to use my dimensionals, and we're just going to pop this on. So I want to put quite a few dimensionals here to hold the center of the cardstock up so it doesn't sag around those circles. So those of you who know me well will know that this is a lot of dimensionals for me for a card, but I want it, as I say, I want to make sure that this is popped up and it stays that way. Okay, missed one. Oops. Yep, that's the mark. So then I'm just going to lay it down on my Daffodil Delight piece. fact, what I'm going to do is just line them up like so. There we go. So now you can see we've got those gaps. And then I'm going to take my pieces and we're just going to add, I'm going to slide them in. So we've got them kind of peeking out. Okay, like so. So now we're going to grab some glue and just going to stick. So all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue behind, if it will come out, and then just stick a bit down, and I can still wiggle around a little to get what I want. Here we go. So this one I'm going to trim because I want it to sit further down into the circle. There we go. Then back her in. Whoop. See what? Let's just do that. Make life easier. There we go. Okay, and then we can just trim this piece off. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim. We've got a little edge showing there, so I'm just going to trim that. There we go. Okay, and then I have the I'm so glad it's your birthday, was it not? Or the You're Amazing. Okay, and again I'm going to do this in white. I probably should have done this first. I think it will be okay. I should have done it before I popped it up on dimensionals, but let's see. If it doesn't work, there's always a way to fix it. So wish me luck, ladies. Let's see if I can get this one. Okay, that looks like it worked. So let's add our embossing powder. Okay, I've got a couple of stray bits, so let's just get rid of them. Okay, there's my heat tool. Oop, I very nearly had a nasty accident there. I forgot to put my paper back in its bit before I heated. Whew, that was lucky. Did anyone spot that? I'm thinking, what is she doing? Stop! I'm making a terrible mistake. Okay, so now let's bring back in our shaker shapes. And glue, and this time I'm going to use some of the stars And shall we put some hearts on here? Can you see that? Yep, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to sit down for this bit. So I need a little bit more tack. You can see I've lost a bit. So what you do for this is you twist it to tighten it, and can you see it's coming out, and then you just twist it back a bit, otherwise it just keeps on coming, and we don't want that. We don't want a big long sausage of blue tack. Here we go. I'm trying to be random in my placement, which we all know is the most difficult placement to do. So I'm trying not to obsess about precisely where everything lands. It goes where it goes. Yep. Okay. And then we're just going to stick this to our base. So again, this could be a kid's card, or this could just be a card to cheer somebody up, an encouragement card, whatever you like. And again, if you've got, just thinking about it, this is a great little layout for any kind of critter. So if you remember, we had I played with the penguin a little while ago. That would also look really good. Or any other little animals or figures or whatever look great just peeping out of those holes. So that's card number 3. So what's next? Ah, yes. So the last one is I'm going to use the Biggest Wish stamp set, and we're going to do our little pun again, the EWE. So I've got a white base with a layer of black and a piece of white. So I'm going to stamp and die cut. I'm just going to grab a scrap. Here we go. So I'm going to stamp our kind of standy-uppy sheep. It stays on. So, I've managed to get sticky thumb, so that's going to be on everything now. Alright, now let's bring in my cut and emboss. Okay. Alright. Oops. So we're just going to pop him on there. And then grab the coordinating die, which is this one, I think. Now the other thing that I've not used tonight, but the other bit that I really like is this little fence. I think that's really, really cute. And I did think about doing one with one of them jumping over the fence, but I have another idea in my mind about that, so I need to experiment a little to see if I can make it work. Okay. All right, so let's just get this one here. I love this little mini die cutting machine. I can keep it on my desk and it's dead easy rather than the big one. I still have the big one, but this is just handy for, but it's not on my desk. I don't have enough space for it, so it's across the room. It's fantastic to have that there. Okay, so we've got the sky. Oh, I don't want the die, I want the stamp. Okay, and then we're going to just create a little, here we go, and I think I'm going to cut the U in black. So let me just, where are the letters? There they are. So I'm just going to take them out of the back of this layer here. Okay, so bring back in my machine. And this, now see this bit won't go through the machine, so just 1 second. Yeah. Now I'm not going to spell we on my card. Don't worry. That's just how the letters were happen to be on there. Okay. So there we go. So again, the little flag, and I love this little sun die cut there also on the part of the stamp set or the die set. Okay. So just putting stuff on here for placement. Worth noting that the E's go a particular way. So you can see the short bit, the skinny bit at the bottom and the big bit at the top. It doesn't really matter, but if you've got 2 E's in your word, like I have, it's important just to make sure that they are the same. Okay, so I've got Just Jade. Got it here. And I'm just going to use my go-to set at the moment is this Biggest Wish set. It's absolutely fab. Love it. Okay, so we're just going to stamp hello in Just Jade. Yeah, that just needs a bit of a clean. Hang on. That looks a little better. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do see if I get it straight. There we go. Hello, you. Okay. And then I'm going to do a little bit of sponging. So just in this bottom corner here. I'm going to take a little bit of a Pool Party ink, which is here. Just create a little bit of background for this guy. So again, when you're using your inks, just add gently, build the colour up gradually. Here you go, it's starting to show now, because once it's added, that's it. but you can always add some more if you're not happy with it. Okay, so I think we'll add a little bit more. Just bring it out this way a bit and up this way a little. Just helps to make the image stand out a little bit more. Okay, so again we'll pop this guy up. Just say I love this song. I think it's super, super cute. We've got our little flag, which will pop up on a dimensional. Alrighty, and then we've got our glue. So let's make sure we get this straight. So again, I don't want a lot of glue. Just get it going. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. I think I was off camera for a bit. Okay, so you can see I'm not pressing them down just yet. Just getting them on. So I've got a little bit of room to move them around and straighten them up if I need to. Go. Oh, moved it. There we go. Okay, and then let's bring back in our layers. And we can just glue these together. So I like this could be masculine or feminine. It's quite neutral colours. It could be for a boy or a girl. There we go. And then just for consistency, because we've done it on all the other cards, let's give him a nice little pink heart. So we'll just put a tiny dab of glue there. There we go. All right, so there we have it. Let's bring them back in, and now it's over to you guys, because you guys need to vote. This is your bit. So we have card number 1, 2, let's make some space here. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. Can I get them all in? If I bring my camera up a little, I can. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which is your favourite? So while you're cogitating, let me just remind you, if you want to sign up for the card swap, then tomorrow is the last day to do so over in the VIP group. Paper shares, I still have a couple of spares. So if you'd like paper share and you missed out, then just give me a shout, let me know. Saleabration, so just the dies and the stamp set, this one are only available until the 30th of September, free with a purchase. So you spend, for every £45 you spend, you get to pick a free gift. The stamp set is one and the die is another. So if you place an order for £90, then you get both. And as I say, it's super, super cute. I think these sheep are the kind of things that you'll just pull out from lots and lots and lots, and you can see how they're just quite cheerful and bring a smile to the faces. So Sue Bishop says she loves all of them. That's not choosing, Sue. But thank you. So I will be back again next week, same time. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do. So if there's anything that you'd like me to do, a technique or a particular stamp set or something like that that you'd like me to have a go at, then do let me know. Just leave me a comment and I'll see what I can do. So Lynn says 2314. Thank you. So I hope you've enjoyed the cards. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. If you haven't done so already, I'd love it if you'd share this video. And if you're watching me on the YouTube replay, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up. So other than that, I will see you all again next week. Bye.